patient who had come from a hospital, a very famous hospital run by the most famous practitioner of the city. She had come to me because she was advised cesarean section at 34 weeks for an AFI of 3.3 centimeter oligohydramnios. Also, she was given a shot of Dexona, and an emergency cesarean was to be done after 4 doses of Dexona to be covered in 24 hours. I have to discuss with you the problems that I found with the management of this case. Now, at 34 weeks, an AFI of 3.3 centimeter is not an indication for cesarean section if nothing else is found in the case. Like, it is not associated with IUGR. I examined her. There was no IUGR. Also in the ultrasound, the weight was 2.7. There was no leaking. There was no PPROM. I examined. The history also was not suggestive of leaking. So there was no reason that this patient should have an AFI of 3.3 centimeter. And even if she does have an AFI of 3.3 centimeter, it is not isolated oligohydramnios is not an indication to terminate pregnancy. And if you want to terminate the pregnancy, there is no reason currently to do a cesarean section. The baby is a big baby, but it's just 2.7 kgs at 34 weeks, so which is a vaginal delivery and induction of labor is acceptable if you definitely have to deliver the patient. So those are the two problems, that an induction or a delivery is not required at this time. Cesarean is not required after 34 weeks. I really, there should be a strong indication for giving Dexona, especially if the patient has uncontrolled gestational diabetes mellitus. I would avoid giving Dexona when it is not indicated in such cases. So all of these problems are there. I did a CTG of this patient and I told them that I'll see you tomorrow again. I'll do an ultrasound, and maybe if the Liker is low, we will do your ultrasound maybe every day or every other day, and when it drops to 0, then we will see what has to be done, because really I can't find a reason why your AFI is 3.3 centimeter. Also, I will see the deepest vertical pocket, because if you have to decide a management based on the Liker, it should be based on deepest vertical pocket and not the total AFI. So I really wanted to see what the deepest vertical pocket was and how further I could take this pregnancy, because right now I did not find any indication to deliver. So the next day I called her to my OPD. I did an ultrasound. The last night I had done a CTG, which was absolutely normal. So it was fine. It was absolutely normal. It took me a lot of confidence to, send her home to a patient who was advised emergency admission, Dexona, emergency cesarean after covering Dexona. I went completely against this management and sent her home and told her to come back 12 hours, because I was sure that since there's nothing else, there is not going to be an IUD in this case. I have seen all the papers. I have seen this patient. I have examined her. So that level of confidence comes when you read. I teach, I know that this is not an indication. I've been telling you that this is not an indication to terminate pregnancy or oligohydramnios isolated. So I was quite confident that I can continue this pregnancy further. Next day when I did her ultrasound, to my surprise, the AFI was 15 on the first examination. I repeated it because it was completely different from the previous report, and it was 12 to 13 in the next. So this much of variation is acceptable, but still the point is that there was no oligohydramnios, because there was no reason for her to oligohydramnios. Now the conclusion here is, to the patient it matters so much if their doctor is well read, and to us, to the new practitioners who are striving to establish themselves in these cities where there are stalwarts practicing from last 30-40 years, for us it is very important to be well read, because that is going to be the weapon that will help you gain a position between these practitioners.